Um, so whenever you see this, it means I'm awake. But I was in class, stagecraft, and one of the guys was trying to get something. He was working with the screw. Let's just say, with not the screwdriver, the drill, and he was trying to get it in. It's like it's not working. I don't know what was wrong because basically I don't. I would be I would be more than happy to deal with power tools. I just don't know how to use them in general. Like if people aren't like, "Hey, you're a female. Let's give you the power tool first." No, it's usually given to guys first. So yeah. Would I like to use them? Yes. Would I like to learn how to use them? Absolutely. But yeah, I haven't. So anyways, aside from that, I was like, okay, like, oops. Um, yeah, so one of the guys was trying to do it, and then one of the other guys, he took script writing class with me, and I don't even know where this came from because I haven't really used power tools, but he's like, yeah, she's probably one of the smartest ones here. I was like, really? Thank you. Or probably the smartest one here. And I was like, really? Thank you. Like, I wow, that was I've heard that before, basically, where I'm probably one of this like it's been a while though. But like once it took like a couple minutes of like me being like, that's so sweet of you to say, basically in the high of a person thinking I'm the smartest one there, and I was like, hold up, it's because of my experience, not because of, and he's like, yeah, I know. I was like, oh, okay. So you've heard me say that before. And it's simply because, and I say it's my experience because as time goes on, like, you, like, if you're one of those who are naturally inquisitive and, like to learn stuff and such, like, you're going to learn some new stuff. Like, you don't really have a choice. Um, ooh, okay. I finally put on my pajamas and I feel a bit warmer. Um, you're eventually going to learn some new stuff. But like there's people out there who I know they just don't really learn new stuff for whatever reason. And so oh, there we go. Oh, cold feet, cold feet. Oh yeah. Okay. Um they're in the crook of my leg now, so that way they can stay warm. But anyways, yeah. So I was like, thank you. So yeah, here's like um there we go. Yeah, overall, I thought it was very, very sweet of him to say he's very young. So, yeah, no, but I thought it was sweet. And then once I got off the high, I was like, it's due to the experience. So, yeah. But we did eventually figure out and fix the platform. So, I was happy about that. Um, anyways, so aside from that, um, I honestly going axe throwing. I have totally done that before. All that to say, I would definitely like if a guy asked me out to go axe throwing, that sounds like fun. And ooh, I really need to use this. I'm almost completely out of this perfume. Like I have this much left. I'm so happy because I have so much perfume with me. That's not even including the stuff that's at the house. I just have a lot of perfume with me. So this one, I have this one, and then I think I have one more. This one actually kind of smells good. I like it anyways. It's it's by Paraceal Floral Velvet Fabric Dress Perfume. I like it. I know it probably won't be everyone's favorite, but what I'm going to do is basically just keep using my perfumes until, yeah, they're all gone. I guess I have a lot. So it'll probably take me a good, like, maybe a year to use up all my perfume, which will be nice. Less to have with me. But yes, if a guy asked me out to go axe throwing or like do some kind of activity, I think that would be fun. Especially if it was my bestie asking me out. I would like that. So yeah. And yeah, it's compared to awkward dinner dates, it's like, okay, what else? Now I do have so like I know here serves food. So I would probably like maybe right after lunch or brunch, whichever one. And then go out, which by the way, tomorrow we have no classes, so yay. I would definitely want to do it like, because here again they serve food here after lunch or brunch, just like immediately after that go axe throwing and doing some activities. So, like, why waste the meal plan that I have, basically? So yeah, there's that. And then what else is there? Oh, my feet. So I could do that and basically go do that. Another idea, I miss cream cheese. Yeah, another idea is basically like, I wonder what the weather is for tomorrow. Or today, technically, ish. So what is that this, I'll try not to say, okay, so I'm going to tell you what happened. So in script writing, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this before. I have, but it's been a year, literally a year. In script writing, one page is 1 minute of like action or dialogue or whatever. So it's 1 minute. So for Friday, the weather high is 72. But yeah, overall, like, would I love to go and do an activity? Yes. Oh yeah. I can go ahead and hopefully do well. Or if I was like an expert, let's see, so by 9 a.m. it'll be 59, 10, 63, it'll be 70 by noon, 72 by 1 p.m., 73 by 2, 74 by 3, so yeah. But yeah, so, oh, cool dance, yay. Okay. Here we go. I think. Oh, I'm cold. But yeah, so overall, like, what was I saying? That sounds like a lot of fun. Going, like, other paintballing. I have gone axe throwing before, a couple times, actually. I think twice, at least twice. Yeah, I've gone twice, at least, axe throwing. It was nice about, yeah, so that's a lot of fun. I have never been, so I'm very adventurous and I like to try new things. And I like the fact that when you were younger, you were very mischievous but bold. And it's like, let's go ahead and play it sounds like almost a prank on your family. So yeah, my hands are so cold. My neck is really warm. Okay, yes. And I'm so glad that I don't really have pain in my neck anymore, just thanks to my friend. Basically what it is that she kept like massaging it and such, like, rubbing hard enough. At first she was rubbing so hard, I was like, that hurts. I was like, loosen just a little bit, and then she couldn't quite do it, so like figure it out. So I went ahead and like massaged her shoulders so she understood what I was talking about. And then I pointed out like, okay, here's the bone. Like I touched her bone so she understood what it felt like from my perspective. So I touched her bone. There we go. And just to kind of explain it. And from there, because I did that, she understood what I meant was like touch, massage the muscle, don't massage the bone. Yeah, because the muscle is actually what's like really, really tight. And it's interesting, like I felt the pain of like that muscle or those muscles being massaged out, and then once they were massaged out, like the pain went away, and I was like, finally. Like I just felt her sort of like moving into it, just flesh, I guess, I don't know, basically where it was not tight anymore and my muscles were loose. So yeah, she did a really good job, I would have to say. So yeah. Oh, cold. My hands are cold. My body's really warm. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, so I would like to do all of that. Especially if I was able to take my bestie out or like go out with my bestie. What else was there? Let's see. Cold hands. Itchy mouth. Anyways, so yeah, I would definitely like to do an activity. Paintballing, I have never done paintball before, but as I mentioned before, like I'm very adventurous and I enjoy trying new things where I can be warm. I'm very adventurous, like to try new things. So would I be open to trying paintball? Yes, I would be. Axe throwing, I would be open to trying that again. Where else? Yeah, I would. Yeah, and I mentioned it because I noticed it mentioned a few times about bestie, and I was like, maybe I. Yeah, so I would definitely like to do that. What else? So it could be paintball, destroying stuff, like basically taking like, let's say, now it does help some people, I will admit, taking a baseball bat to like different objects. So that, like, if it helps some people, I say go for it. For me though, like, again, that's like, I totally get it. It does help some people. Um, there we go. So at one of the other campuses, so Mardi Gras is like next week. There is where you get to create a Mardi Gras float from a shoebox. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyways, but yeah, I would totally be open to like trying different stuff. Smashing and destroying stuff. No, again, like if it works for some people, I say totally go for it. But for me, I'm just like, do I really want to do that? So yeah. Mm. Yeah, I'm not a huge, I personally am not a huge fan of it, but like for some people it might be, and I'm like, okay, go for it, go do it. I would definitely be open to doing other things. So yeah, um, yeah, like paintball and axe throwing. Um, yeah, I don't know what else. I can't remember what else there was. Um, oh, shooting arrows. I would totally be open to doing that. Um, going to a gun range. It's helpful, especially if you have friends who have gun ranges. Going to a gun range and basically taking a gun out there and then just practicing your aim, basically. And so the most expensive part would be the bullets because I can see them being like maybe like $10 for a box or $5, $10 for a box. I don't know how much. I haven't kept track of that in a decade. So yeah. So there's that. Or archery. Being able to like pull out a bow and arrow and basically doing something like that. So that part seems like, oh shoot. Oh, there we go. That part seems like fun too. So archery, and then what else is there? So really, honestly, any of those activities, or another thing is where it teaches like self-defense, maybe, or may not self-defense, but like boxing or something. But that would be one of those that's like a weekly event where you go to and learn how to do. So probably not that. Oh, and I say this because I'm looking at tea. Going somewhere where it's like a specialty tea. You was it the activities thing? I'm just like, you're welcome to do whatever. Yeah, you're welcome to do whatever. For me, like I would enjoy almost everything basically. Um, I know there's one thing, and it's a little bit more on the pricier side. It's usually around $70 to $100 or more. It's basically where you go to a place and you go ahead and make food. So, like, oh, where you and some people go and you basically learn how to cook a meal, and you guys cook the meal there at the restaurant. Oh. So I think that would be a lot of fun to do also, just as an activity instead of being like, what are we going to do? So yeah, um, what else is there? Honestly, it's even possible to do a combination of things. I think I excuse me, put some things onto Pinterest of like things that I'm interested in doing. Um, oh shoot. Um, Pinterest, some things like I'm okay with like really, really affordable dates. Like just place me somewhere warm because I enjoy warmth. So it could be inside of like a rec center or something, and basically just pull out some games. Um, I'm okay with that. What else is there? I also have some things in which I need to make scrapbooks, and it's basically like of my past. Scrapbooks in terms of like old books. So I have old books, and then it's like I have stickers and mementos of different things that I've done, whether they're using tickets or something else like that. So using all of that and then placing it um, inside of a book, basically. And then just basically doing that. And then what else is there? There we go. Basically, putting those together, like having out a table, um, again, somewhere warm, and I say that because my room feels so cold right now. um, Basically bringing out a book, and then what else is there? So bringing a book and then putting the scrapbooks together. I have tape. I have glue. I have glue. I realized I need to put the glue. Ow, fudge. Okay, I realized I need to put the glue inside those bags so that way I don't forget to like put them with, like, use the glue basically for these things. So this is Bertha and Ernie. Okay, and then I'm going to put them in here. And then also I want to go ahead and go through receipts that I have, because a lot of the receipts I don't need. I can actually throw them away. So basically go through like all that stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. And then I have those 2 books and I think another book over there. Basically just go through them and place stuff inside of the book. Maybe even organize a little bit of the book. Like, okay, these pages are for churches. These pages are for like past like concerts or events that I've been to. These pages are for this, and these pages are for that. Like, I would like to do that. And it's not that hard. I could easily do that. So another idea is basically like learn origami. So I have sheets of paper or I have books in which I'm like, I could basically take the sharp edge, and we could even use a knife, but you can also use scissors. Basically take like the very inside part of a book and cut it open, or like cut it, and then use that in order to make paper origami of some kind. So it could be flowers or something else. But some of the things that it's requesting to do requires a glue gun. And glue guns, one lady, she went ahead and posted a thing, and a glue gun was only like $5. So it wasn't that expensive, like, at all. Yeah. So it was only like $5 for a glue gun. And then the only problem with that is that you have to pay for any extra glue. Well, not problem. The problem is that it costs $5. So I would totally be open to doing like simple stuff like that, learning how to do origami with paper, and then like pieces of books, basically. Having a glue gun, destroying some of the books that I do have. That's like I bought or received purposely to destroy. Yeah, so I would be open to that. I'm just listing out detail or like ideas because I was like, wait a minute, like, you're willing to do this stuff. What else can I do? So yeah, overall I think it would be a lot of fun just to do activities with you, with my bestie. I think that would be a lot of fun. And yeah, would I like to be able to use, I think I would get a good kick out of like being able to hang out with you, and even at your siblings' store. So yeah, I would like that a lot. Okay, my feet are cold, my legs are cold, my body's cold. Okay, there we go. But yeah, overall, I would definitely, I would be open to doing some of the activities. Oh, my legs are finally starting to warm up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I would definitely be open to doing some of the activities. What else is there to do? Honestly, overall, I think if it's just like I get to hang out with you, I'm okay with it. Yeah. So like, for example, I say this because I'm looking at tea. Like, let's say we went to like a house or a hotel room or something, And it's like, hey, let's go ahead and try some different ways of having tea. Like, I would totally be open for that. Or maybe coffee, because I know you're really creative and you're able to do that. And then also, like, sometimes you mix in different, from what I understand, I have not done this before yet. If you mix in like different kinds of tea bags together or even loose leaf tea together and try it together, it creates a new blend of tea, and sometimes it can taste amazing. And like, I would be open to experimenting with teas and being like, okay, if we mix this and this together, what would it taste like? Um, so yeah, I I think that would be fun. So yeah, I like it. My legs are cold. I'm so glad I have a blanket here. But yeah. Now they're starting to warm up. I feel my legs again. They don't feel as cold. um, but yeah, or even putting together puzzles. Like, I enjoy puzzles or playing chess or checkers. I'm playing checkers. Yeah, there we go. Or one of us playing that one girl who's fresh out of high school and is so good at checkers. Um, and I'm just like, I'm gonna lose. I haven't played her yet because I'm like, I know I'm gonna lose to her because I'm like, she's just that good. And she's like, she mentioned a couple of times, she's like, I'm glad you have full confidence in me. I was like, you're welcome, because you're just that good. Like, she's really like, I've seen her play before, and like, some people try and bait her or whatever, and she like figures it out. And it's like, yeah, I'm like, I know her well enough. You're going to lose. So yeah. Um, so aside from dinner, doing different activities, um, you could even surprise me. We can do a scavenger hunt. Scavenger hunts can be fun. Um, but same vehicle. They save on gas, basically. So either A, around town, or B, like, do a scavenger hunt inside of a house, or like, let's say Dollar Tree or $1.25 tree, Walmart or something else. So yeah, or a scavenger hunt through my storage unit. Because I have so much stuff in my storage unit. It's like so much stuff. I have like boxes, and I have movies, and I have a DVD player and a TV, and I have a record player, and then I have a dresser that also has stuff in it. Some of it's fragile, and like, I have just so much stuff. I have, it's, yeah. Um, yeah, what else for a date idea? I'm thinking. Um, yeah, so scavenger hunt. Another idea is basically like, we could do arts and crafts together if you like. Um, I'm very easy to please. Um, it's, yeah, as long as, how should I describe it? Um, yeah, I'm very easy to please. So, like, one idea is basically, we do an arts and crafts, and then it ties into whatever we're doing that evening or that day. So, for example, um, I'm totally making this up, by the way. Let's say we're like, hey, you know what? Let's make a blanket. I have plenty of blankets. I'm not sure if we'll need to make a blanket or a pillow. I need a new pillow. So let's say it's like, hey, let's go ahead and make a pillow. So we make a pillow, or we make a few pillows, and then we take those pillows and we drive out to, like, let's say in the back of a truck or like a vehicle. We drive out somewhere, and in the back of a vehicle we go ahead and like look up in the sky, and yeah, we see like the stars or whatever, and it's like, yeah. So I'm gonna close this because I'm not using it right now. Um, along with blankets, especially if I basically put out pillows so that we could rest our head. Or like, for example, in the back of a truck, some people will put out pillows and such. Like, for example, we can take the pillows and it could be like a semi-surprise date. And it's like, okay, so um, my only request, so what for me would make a bad date is, let's say, there's a couple of ways. Okay, one is, let's say you decided that we pay separately, which like I can be okay with. I just need to know in advance so I can be mentally prepared. So it's like, okay, cool, got it. Another thing, and I've read this, is like, for example, the guy wants to surprise the lady and she's like, hey, what should I wear or whatever? And he's like, oh, you can wear whatever, you'll be fine. And so she ends up wearing heels and like a nice dress, and they go hiking. And like when you're hiking, you need tennis shoes and like comfortable clothes, not a nice dress. So, like, my thing is, like, if somebody wants to surprise me with what we're doing or where we're going, then at least let me know what I should wear. So that way I'm not like, oh, yeah, that way I'm not like getting there and I'm like, I need this and I need that. So, like, basically, if it's a surprise date of some kind of what we're doing or where we're going, just let me know. Um, if it's anything outdoors and it's during this weather, just make sure I have a spare jacket because I get cold easily. Maybe some water too. My legs are finally feeling warm. What else is there that we could do? Um, what the fuck? My legs are warming up and my hands are cold slightly. What else is there that we could do? I like to take tours of different places. Um, I like to see museums. I like to. What else? I have heard of one guy, this happened years ago. I mean, not with me. A friend told me what his dad did. It's basically where his dad likes to roam. So it's like, okay, where are we going? And the dad's like, I don't know, just randomly drives different places. And so, like, taking a couple hour drive somewhere, though I know with gas it's not the cheapest, but yeah. Um, what else is there? Um, yeah. So I'm down for whatever, honestly, and just I would like that. And make a meal together. That's for me. That sounds like fun. And I say that as I'm looking over at a bowl. So what is it? Buddha bowls. Those are really good. So I'd be open to doing that. Um, one thing that I really enjoyed, it sticks out the most because like traditional Christmases that I had growing up, it was where like I think my mom made Thanksgiving and my dad would make breakfast, I think, and then like we would open up our presents and then we ignored each other pretty much the rest of the day. I don't want that. And I want it to be like an enjoyable like enjoyable holidays. I don't want to be like spending time with each other but we're all miserable. Like I don't want that. Like that yeah, me growing up with my family just know. Um but what I like the idea of is like one of the date ideas is basically I remember one Christmas my dad was out of town, and so me and my mom, I think we ate some breakfast and we had like three different dishes planned out. We went to, I think we had breakfast, and then after that we went over and watched a movie at the movie theater because movie theaters are one of the few places that are open on Christmas Day. So we went and watched a movie, and then after that we came back home and we made one dish. Like we like cut up the stuff and then put it in the oven, and as it was cooking, it took like 45 minutes or however long. We went ahead and made like, I think we just waited, and then whenever it was ready, we ate part of that dish. And then after that was done, we went ahead and like prepared and then cooked the next dish. So we did that, and that was like an all day event for us. So I enjoyed that because it was like no arguing, it was peaceful, it was calm. Um, that was something that I did enjoy, and I would totally be open to doing that. I think that for me, that's fun. Um, I think it's because like I'm just spending time with someone basically, and it's one of those where you have to cooperate with others. Um, and like even the other person doesn't even have to talk. You can just enjoy life. So yeah, I like it. Um, that is something that I would be open to doing also. What else is there? I have an apron somewhere in storage. It reminds me of somebody mentioned something on group me, and it's part of our friend group. And I was like, I could do that. I was such and such item. And that item is somewhere in storage. It's like the ending of a joke or something. So yeah. What else is there? Yeah, I would totally be open to like doing different stuff and yeah, enjoying life. Basically. And throwing axes and doing paintball and yeah. Yeah, so overall I would have to say that destroying stuff is like a very healthy way of dealing with stress, basically. Not like your personal stuff, but basically having stuff where it's like this stuff no longer works, this no longer works, this no longer works. Let's go ahead and destroy stuff, basically. So, yeah. And I understand, again, that you're stressed and, um, yeah. And if I could, I would definitely give you a hug. And then place my cold hands like right on your back. So yeah, that way if you're warm, I can warm up and you can cool down. So it works out nicely. So yeah. Um yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I hope that you have a great day. Again, you'll see this whenever I wake up. So yeah. Let me know if there's anything else you want to talk about and I'll respond. I have work at 8:30. There's that music concert that's at 7. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Love you.